Callista was an adventurer known for her courage and love of exploring the unknown. One day, she ventured deep into an uncharted forest and stumbled upon the entrance of a cave. Its mouth was wide and shadowed, almost inviting her in. She hesitated briefly, but her curiosity outweighed her fear. With a lantern in hand, she stepped inside. The cave was cool and damp, its walls glittering faintly with mineral deposits that sparkled like tiny stars in the flickering lantern light. The deeper she went, the darker it grew. The twists and turns soon became confusing, and before long, Callista realized she was lost. Her heartbeat quickened. The silence of the cave seemed to press in on her, heavy and unyielding. She called out, "Hello. Can anyone hear me?" To her dismay, her voice bounced back, distorted and eerie. "Hello, anyone hear me?" The echoes repeated. The strange reverberations made the cavern seem alive, as though mocking her fear. Panic set in. Callista shouted louder, her voice trembling. The echoes shouted back, louder still, filling the space with chaos. "Stop it," she yelled, but the cave did not listen. Exhausted and frustrated, she slumped against a cold rock wall, her lantern barely illuminating the area. "Why won't you help me?" she whispered, tears streaming down her face. The cave, of course, had no answer, only the faint whisper of her own words repeating back. Callista sat in the darkness, her fear slowly giving way to introspection. She thought about her situation. Shouting hadn't worked, and panicking had only made things worse. Maybe, she realized, she needed to approach the cave differently. Wiping her tears, Callista closed her eyes and remembered a song her mother used to sing to her when she was a child. It was a lullaby, soothing and full of warmth. Tentatively, she began to hum the tune. Her voice was shaky at first, but as she continued, it grew steadier and more confident. The cave responded, but this time, it didn't mock her. Instead, it harmonized. The echoes transformed her simple melody into a beautiful symphony, layers of sound cascading through the cavern like ripples on a still pond. The sound surrounded her, filling the cave with an ethereal beauty. Callista smiled, her fear melting away. The harmony felt like a guiding hand, leading her through the labyrinth of tunnels. She followed the echoes, letting the music show her the way. Step by step, her confidence grew, and her voice rang out clearer and stronger. Finally, after what felt like hours, she saw a faint light ahead. Her heart soared as she emerged from the cave into the golden glow of the setting sun. The forest looked more vibrant than ever, the air sweeter and filled with the sounds of life. Standing at the cave's entrance, Callista looked back. What had seemed like a cold, unfeeling prison was now a place of profound revelation. The cave hadn't trapped her, it had taught her. She realized the echoes had only reflected what she gave them. When she shouted in fear, they shouted back. But when she sang with hope, they returned her hope multiplied. Just like the cave, the life echoes back what we put into it. When we respond to challenges with fear or frustration, we often receive the same in return. But when we approach difficulties with calmness, creativity, and hope, the results can be transformative. Like Callista, even in the darkest moments, choose to sing instead of shout, leading you to new possibilities.